Oh, snap. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. My name's Patrick. Do you like true crime? Excellent. So do all of us over here. So hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, YouTube. Y'all, YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get some engagement. Come on, y'all. Tap the little thumbs up button. TikTok, hit the follow button too. Tap the screen like crazy. Let's go. Come on, y'all. All right, let's jump into this. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We got Menendez brothers announcement, Sarah Booning. It's crazy. They released some videos. Oh my God. Casey Anthony dating somebody, and the girl's like doing like a whole like TikTok videos about her ex is dating Casey Anthony.
You what?
It's going to be a crazy show. So welcome in, everybody. I'm glad to see you. And let's get started, shall we? I'm shrinking myself down. Let's see what's going on with the Menendez brothers.
But I understand also how sometimes people get desperate. We often see women, for instance, that have been battered for years, and sometimes they're abusive out of desperation.
Oh, hell.
And I do believe that the brothers were subjected to a tremendous amount of dysfunction in the home and molestation.
The Los Angeles District Attorney makes a stunning announcement in a case that has captivated the nation for decades.
I have to tell you that after a very careful review of all the arguments that were made for people on both sides of this equation, I came to a place where I believe that under the law, resentencing is appropriate, and I am going to recommend that to a court tomorrow.
Lyle and Eric Menendez have been behind bars for more than 30 years. Their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, in 1989. Now, after decades of living behind bars, the Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon is making a huge announcement that could pave the way for the brothers to go free.
What that means in this particular case is that we're going to recommend to the court that the life without the possibility of parole be removed, and that they will be sentenced for murder, which, because there are two murders involved, that'll be 50 years to life. However, because of their age, under the law, since they were under 26 years of age at the time that this crime occurred, they will be eligible.
Lindsay, thank you. I saw that. Thank you.
For parole immediately. The teams that have worked in this on the resentencing side of it have spent literally probably hundreds of hours by now looking at this case. These cases were originally presented on
Kimberly, thank you.
the habeas side of
Carol,
it,
thank you.
which I'll explain in a moment what that is, last year, and then the request for a prosecutor-initiated resentencing occurred earlier this year. And there have been people in this office working in these cases from the very beginning, as well as many other cases that we have. The reason why I'm here today and why I came in front of all of you about 10 days ago is because there was a more recent documentary about the case that again brought a
Did y'all watch that?
tremendous amount of public attention. And we know there have been other documentaries, so this is not the first, this is the more recent one. And frankly, our office got flooded with requests for information. And even though this case was already scheduled to be heard in late November, I decided to move this forward because, quite frankly, we did not have enough resources to handle all the requests. And one of the things that I thrive to do in this office is to be very...
Can you imagine that? He's like, we didn't even have the resources to handle how many people were writing in after they watched the documentary. That's crazy.
Very transparent in
That is crazy as hell. Y'all, TikTok's acting weird. TikTok is always acting weird. I'm going to end it and come back. Okay? Give me like 1 minute, y'all. I'm going to end it and come back.
In this case,
don't worry, YouTube. We'll keep going.
We review.
I hate when TikTok acts weird.
The prison files. You have to understand that the way the process works, when you're talking about a resentencing under the law, it really focuses not necessarily on what the original crimes were, but it focuses on, has the person been rehabilitated, number one, and number two, can they be released safely into the community? Under that rubric, since I've been in office, we have resentenced over 300 people, including 28 for. Only 4 have reoffended. If that was a regular recidivism rate in this country, we would be the safest nation in the world, but we know that it's not. In fact, somewhere between 40 and 50% of the people that go to prison reoffend and get rearrested. And that's why we have so many problems. However, when you look at the case of the Menendez brothers, you see 2 very young people, one was 19 and the other was 21, when they committed this horrible act. And I want to underline, they were horrible acts. There is no excuse for murder.
Right.
And I will never imply that what we're doing here is to excuse that behavior. Because even if you get abused, the right path is to call the police, seek help. But I understand also how sometimes people get desperate. We often see women, for instance, that have been battered for years, and sometimes they're abusive out of desperation.
Oh, hell.
And I do believe that the brothers were subjected to a tremendous amount of dysfunction in the home and molestation.
Gascon went on to tell reporters the brothers have been on a better path since being in prison.
But they went to prison for life.
A better path? Don't they only have one path? How much, like... I mean, I guess they're saying that when they're in there, they're like not getting in trouble and not going crazy. They're actually doing something, right? Like trying to not just rot, I guess.
Without the possibility of parole, which meant that certainly under the law at that time, they had no hopes of ever getting out. They could have done what many other people do, which is basically say, you know what, I'm here for the rest of my life, so I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to misbehave, I'm going to join gangs, I'm going to live the life of the person.
Oh,
but they
hell.
never did that. To the contrary, even though they didn't think that they would ever be let free, they engaged in a different journey. A journey of redemption and a journey of rehabilitation. And often the people that begin their journey of rehabilitation and redemption in prison is often very internal. And what they do, and one of our lawyers pointed out this today, is usually the path is people try to further their education, do things for self-improvement, which the brothers have done, by the way. But it's more unique or less usual, I guess, when people not only do that, but they also begin to engage in ways to make life for others better. And in this case, the brothers have been doing so for a very long time. They have been in prison for nearly 35 years. I believe that they have paid their debt to society. And the system provides a vehicle for their case to be reviewed by a parole board.
Oh, hell. Yo, isn't that crazy? They've been in prison for 35 years. Doesn't that feel like that happened 15 years ago? That doesn't feel 35 years ago, does it?
And the parole concurs with my assessment.
Doesn't it feel like we're still waiting on Christmas from 2008?
It will be their decision. They will be released accordingly. I must underline, however, this case will be filed in court tomorrow. It is very possible that there may be members of this office that will be present in court opposing their resentencing. and they have a right to do so. And we encourage those that disagree with us to speak, and the court is the appropriate place to do it. We certainly feel we're very sure, not only that the brothers have rehabilitated and that they will be safe to be reintegrated in our society, but that they have paid their dues, not only for the crimes that they committed, but because of all the other things they have done to improve the lives of so many others. So,
What do y'all think?
so again,
put a thumbs up in the chat. Are they rehabilitated? Put a thumbs down if no, they need to stay in prison.
we will be filing for resentencing tomorrow. We're seeking that they would be sentenced to life with the possibility of parole, as opposed to life without the possibility of parole, which is they currently have. That means that they would have 50 years to life because there were 2 murders. But because of the age upon which they were convicted, under 26, under current law, that means they're eligible for youthful parole.
Part of the decision of resentencing came down to...
Oh, by the way, TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here, but come over to YouTube if you want to watch the videos with us. We're live on The Mystery Project. It's called The Mystery Project on YouTube. So come on over, or there's a button up in the description or whatever. What is not description? Bio. That's the words. The bio. You can find it, but come subscribe to the YT channel. I'll pin it on the screen too. Can you guys see that? The Mystery Project. Come on.
updated
Come subscribe, y'all. We're getting close to 20,000 followers.
laws, but also discussions of men being sexual abuse victims as well.
I think there's also important to have some introspection today, because I think that often, for cultural reasons, we don't believe victims of sexual assault, whether they're women, whether they're men. We saw in our first trial, which, by the way, they were tried twice.
Tracy,
First
thank you.
trial, and the jury could not come to a conclusion. In fact, about half of the jury wanted to convict them of manslaughter, which, if that were have been the case, they would have been off prison a long time ago. And then there was a second trial, and then they were convicted of special circumstances, which led to the life without the possibility of parole. But it's salient to understand that our own implicit or sometimes explicit bias around sexual abuse and assault often leads us to severe injustice in our community.
But the path for potential freedom won't come easy, because while the DA's office made the recommendation, the decision will ultimately be made by a judge. Last year, attorneys for the brothers filed a habeas corpus petition asking the court to reconsider the conviction and sentence in light of new evidence, which includes a sworn statement by former Menudo Band Boy member Roy Rosilio, who alleges Jose Menendez drugged and raped him in the 80s when he was a teenager. In a hearing next month, the judges
Menudo, remember that?
expected to hear that evidence, as well as evidence of a letter that the brothers' attorneys have argued corroborates Eric's allegations he was abused by his father. According to the defense petition, the letter was written by Eric to his cousin Andy Cano in December of '88, just months before Kitty and Jose were murdered. And the defense argues, had the letter been introduced as evidence during the '96 trial, the jury may have reached a different conclusion. But the letter has been called into question for its authenticity. According to court documents filed by Kathleen Cady, an attorney for Kitty Menendez's brother and Eric and Lau's uncle, although Eric and his cousin Andy Cano both testified about the alleged sexual abuse, neither mentioned anything about Eric writing Cano a letter that referenced the abuse. The court document went on to state, quote, "While we certainly hope that the DA's office has undertaken an analysis of the letter, it is much more likely that the letter, if written by Eric, was written in the last few years and not before the murder, as the defense now suggests." According to the amicus curiae brief, it also points to Lyle telling an attorney and family friend he thought his father might have changed his will, as well as telling witnesses either the Colombian cartel or mafia were responsible for the before the brothers came clean. The attorney for the brothers' uncle also pointed to another instance where the brothers asked one witness to falsely testify they needed a handgun for protection from their parents. The document also states Lyle asked another witness to testify she was by his father. And that witness said if money appeared in her account, she would tell the police. But during Thursday's press conference, family members of both Kitty and
Oh, hell.
Jose Menendez supported Lyle and Eric getting out of prison.
Today is a day filled with hope for our family. We are here because District Attorney Gascon has taken a brave and necessary step forward by recommending a resentencing for Lyle and Eric. The DA's decision reflects the truth that was hidden for so long, and I am grateful for his leadership in making this choice. We stand united in our hope and gratitude. Together, we can make sure that Eric and Lyle receive the justice they deserve and finally come home. Thank you to District Attorney George Gascon for his courage and leadership. This step gives us all hope that the truth will finally be heard and that Lyle and Eric can begin to heal from the trauma of their past.
We are here today because District Attorney Gascon has taken a brave and compassionate step forward by recommending resentencing for my cousins, Eric and Lyle. And we wish to offer our deepest gratitude to DA Gascon. This decision is not just a legal matter. It is a recognition of the abuse my cousins endured, and we are grateful for the DA's leadership in putting politics, justice over politics. We know this wasn't an easy decision, but it's the right one. This is about truth, justice, and healing. It is time for Lyle and Eric to come home. And I ask all of you to join us in this fight for justice. We stand united in our hope and in our gratitude. Together we can make sure that Eric and Lyle receive the justice they deserve and finally come home. Thank you again to District Attorney George Gascon for his courage and leadership. This step gives us all hope that truth will finally be heard and Eric and Lyle can begin to heal from the horrors of their past. We hope this will also shed light and increase awareness and help others who have been victimized by violence. Thank you all so much for being here today. We are grateful for everyone's support.
Lyle and Eric are both serving life without parole sentences in a California prison. Calls to release them from prison have ramped up as the...
What do y'all think, though? I mean, what do you really think? Because, I mean, play devil's advocate for both sides, right? Okay, yeah, they suffered all of this stuff. Yeah, you know, because I'm live on TikTok, I gotta be careful what I say, but stuff. So, yeah, that definitely shouldn't have happened, but does that justify? And think about it this way: if they do go lighter on them and release them, what about somebody else that's in a similar situation sees this and they go, oh, well, these guys were in a situation like me. They took care of it themselves. You know what I mean? And they actually ended up going lighter on them. So they're probably even going to go lighter on me because it's happening now and not in the early 90s. Basically, is it going to be all this like gypsy rosing going on? You know what I mean? Where they're like, well, what? I go to jail for 8 years? Maybe I wouldn't even go to jail. What I'm going through sounds worse than that. I can take somebody's life. I don't know. That's just playing devil's advocate, y'all. Because who knows? But it's crazy.
Case has
Let's keep going.
been put back in the spotlight on
TikTok, hit me with those penguin things.
social media apps, including TikTok.
TikTok doesn't get mad at me anymore. Whoa, we live in a simulation. We said it at the same time.
And following the release of Netflix's Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Many social media users have called for the brothers to be freed based on the abuse claims. And earlier this month, Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon announced his office received a lot of calls since the Netflix series came out.
First of all, I know that this is an area of tremendous interest nationally. We know especially since the Netflix documentary came out, we're getting a lot of calls. Let me begin by saying, kind of walk you through a simple explanation of the legal issues here. There are two vehicles upon which people that have been convicted of a crime, well, there are many, but the two are a habeas and the other one's a resentencing. They can ask for a review of their conviction. We've gotten petitions for the brothers in both. Under a habeas, basically what someone that was convicted is asking a review of new evidence that had been made available, that had that evidence been available to the court and the jury at the time of the trial, perhaps the outcome may have been different. And then there's a second process, and it's called resentencing under California law, where a prosecutor can evaluate whether someone has been rehabilitated, and based on their actions and the fact that they're not involved in criminal activity inside of the prison, that their sentence could be reevaluated. In this case, again, the Menendez brothers are asking for a review through both of those vehicles. We have not decided on the outcome. We are reviewing the information, but I think it's also important that we recognize that both men and women can be the victims of assault.
Famous names have also come out in support of the Menendez brothers being released. Reality TV star and prison reform advocate Kim Kardashian wrote in a personal essay about the case, saying in part, quote, Eric and Lyle had no chance of a fair trial against this backdrop. Back then, there were limited resources for victims of abuse, particularly for boys. There were virtually no systems in place to support survivors, and public awareness of the trauma of male abuse was minimal, often clouded by perceived judgments and homophobia. Can anyone honestly deny that the justice system would have treated the Menendez sisters more leniently? Despite overwhelming family testimony acknowledging the abuse Eric and Lyle suffered, the public remained skeptical, end quote. Cooper Koch, who played Eric Menendez on Netflix's Monster series, also said he supported the brothers' release. He told Vanity Fair this month, quote, I know that I did everything that I could to support them and advocate for them in my performance and portray them as authentically as possible. And if people are criticizing it, I know that I did everything I could. Even Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who was granted parole after pleading guilty to her role in of her mother, said, quote, I'm an advocate for abuse victims in general, and I'm all about prison reform. So if the case is being reviewed, then hopefully something can be done. Abuse victims need to be advocated for more. As Eric and Lyle are in their 50s and as the whole world watches, the decision can come down to two different options. They can be resentenced and granted parole immediately, or a judge might rule for them to stay in prison for the rest of their lives. And a hearing has been set for November 26th.
Oh, hail. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Let's keep it going. I think Radiant Brit's next.
Hi, guys. So I took off filming yesterday.
It is Radiant Brit. Y'all make sure you go follow her. Go subscribe to her. She's pinned down in the description. She's awesome. I forgot what this video is about, though. It just says addressing these dumpster fires. So Radiant Brit's got some dumpster fires to talk about. Let's go. Let's see what she's talking about.
In the evening, it was just so perfect outside. So I wanted to make sure that Axel got some extra activity time, just because the mild weather is really holding out and I'm here for it. So I wanted to take advantage. And yeah, and then we had dinner and did some stuff around the house, and that was pretty much it. So
nice. Sip the tea, thank you.
Filming is happening today instead. So I want to talk about the Ballinger family getting sponsorships. And I also want to talk about Jeffree Star coming back and having a whole lot to say about Michaela. He is just being his kind of usual self over on TikTok. And then lastly, we're going to talk about this new TikTok page that I came across where people are sharing, I guess, what they think is funny content that has to do with kids. It's very weird. So at the top, let's talk about the Ballinger family. The Ballinger family just recently did a sponsorship with Dinnerly. Dinnerly is a brand that I've never heard of. I've never done these like meal planning services. We just go to the grocery store and get what we need, and that's what works for our house. I'm not saying that meal planning stuff is bad, but that's just what has worked for us. That could change down the road, who knows. But Dinnerly provides these meals for people. Like, they'll send you a recipe card and the ingredients, and then you make the meal. So this company decided to work with the Ballinger family, Chris and Jessica, and of course her kids had to be put into these into this brand deal as well.
Oh hell.
She has her kids talking to the camera, and for me it's just, number one, I don't like the Ballinger family. Y'all know that. They've used their kids to build this mini empire, and it's awful to me. But she has her kids involved in this video, and it kind of makes me cringe listening to kids say things that they have to say because it's a brand deal. It's not organic, and they're not being themselves. It comes off as very...
Does anybody know who she's talking about?
Just uncomfortable. It doesn't come off as natural, and that's because when you work with brands, not all of them, but some of them do make you adhere to a very strict script, or else they will not approve your video. And it's very obvious that these kids were not asked, hey, what do you like about this? They were given lines and key points to hit on because they are part of the sponsorship. They are props. They are employees of Chris and Jessica. Why is it that we still have this conversation of...
They said she said the Ballinger family.
Kids,
but I have no idea what that is.
Should not be used to build businesses for family vloggers. So shame on Dinnerly. And as a side note, I saw that Colleen Ballinger was seen at some high school. I don't know the backstory. I don't know any of the details, but why on earth was she at this high school? I'll have to look more into that and give follow-up thoughts. And evidently the high school students were not happy that she was there. But again, like I said, I'll keep looking into that. Now, today on Two Things Can Be True at Once, let's talk about me not liking Michaela or Jeffrey. Two big beauty influencers, both
Michaela and Jeffrey.
Problematic for different reasons, but Jeffree Star decided to talk about this video that Michaela did for Patrick Ta Beauty reviewing his new...
I remember Jeffree Star from MySpace.
eyeshadows that...
Is it the same one?
...are coming out. She compared them to e.l.f., which, you know, obviously is not a fair comparison. We're talking about two different price points, two different technology levels as far as cosmetic production goes. It is what it is. But Jeffree Star decided to go off about Michaela in this review. I will insert the clip from Rich. He shared it on TikTok. Jeffree's talking about a Temu tan, and he does make some valid points. Like, the more popular she became, the more problems came along with it, the more money she made, the worse she got. So I agree with that. But I also am not going to sit here and say that Jeffree Star is some kind of admirable person, because I think they're both problematic for different reasons.
It's the internet, though. You have to be problematic, or people just won't watch. You know what I mean? Well, maybe not problematic, but like, there has to be something. You gotta have some kind of drama, or people just don't care. By the way, Casey, it's The Mystery Project. The Mystery Project on YouTube. Come subscribe. Come on over, y'all. Links in the description, too. In the bio, sorry. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's keep going.
Let us never forget that Jeffree Star has been one of the most toxic people on social media for a very, very, very long time. And here we are again, current day, and instead of only talking about her and who she is as a person, we have to go into orange hands, Timu tan, whatever else he was saying. And I don't know, I think with growth and change, it should also change the way that you approach people that you do not like or you disagree with.
This drama all started when Michaela Noguera reviewed Patrick Ta newest eyeshadows. She said it was $42. She reviewed it again.
Jeffree Star looks... Is that Jeffree Star? That looks nothing like what I remember.
It's e.l.f. eyeshadows. The e.l.f. one, although it's great, the formula isn't as expensive as over here.
I'm just giving you guys a perspective from
Yo, that's Jeffree Star. Oh, see, they're trying to pull a fast one on me.
a consumer
Man, I have no idea what's going on.
and a brand owner. I'm not surprised she said that these are overpriced and e.l.f. has a dupe. There's no way e.l.f. could produce Italian technology like that. There isn't. I will actually buy those eyeshadows right now, or I'll text my e.l.f. friend and say, yo, send me those eyeshadows. But Miss Timu Orange Hands, y'all are the ones that gave her the fucking credibility to keep going.
Trucking.
Y'all said, you're a big liar, but who cares? Keep raking in the money.
He's shading Michaela.
You know, it is what it is. Miss Timu fucking tan.
Timu trucking in.
Timo Tan on Michaela.
The orange spray tan and that fucking filler is so awful. But y'all have to look at it. Y'all have to validate it and let her know that she's everything. But does she have a cool rise to fame story? Yes. And then it all went dark and negative. The more money, the more power, the more fame, the more views, the more viewers.
Whoa.
Everybody acts right up here.
That's the bonbon.
Lying used to be, when you lied, it would get you nowhere. Now lying gets her sponsorships and money. So it's a very weird world that we live in. Star family, it is a very weird world that we live in. And I think it's okay to have a healthy, open discussion about the beauty community. It does.
On TikTok.
So yes, the Patrick Ta eyeshadow duo video will be up in a couple hours, okay? I will have it up in a couple hours, and then I will be at my retail store doing a shopping stream. Yes, I do.
Woo!
Well, I would
Oh, hell.
her video, but she blocked me, so maybe I'll go screen record it from
Michaela blocked me too.
account. Why do you think she blocked me? You think she blocked me because I was mean? No. She blocked me because she respected me, and she couldn't believe that I wasn't going to go along with her fake ass shit.
Damn. What are they talking about?
Wow.
Of course she did, because I call her out on all her lies.
Who sent me this one?
And liars hate to be exposed.
Yep.
But I have my own villainous past.
Don't worry, y'all. This one's almost
I
over.
made my own mistakes. So she was betting on not everyone taking me serious. She was betting on people, it's Jeffree Star, he's so controversial. But am I? Or is that just a perception that people have helped create over the years to try to disparage how truthful and honest I am?
I do think Jeffree, it has
Oh, damn.
maybe done a little bit of change as far as what he's doing, but number one, we don't know what he's doing when the camera is not on, and number two, I feel very confident in my stance of saying that I don't care for Jeffree. I also don't care for Michaela, and he might have had some good points, but I don't care for either one of them. The last thing I want to say is put yourself in these shoes. Think about every single embarrassing or cringy thing that you did as a toddler, a small child. Imagine if all of those moments were filmed and sent out into the universe, where anyone could access them at any point in time. I came across this TikTok page that is doing compilations, and they're doing compilations of embarrassing moments that toddlers have, and, you know, meltdowns or crying or, you know, stuff that toddlers do. They're taking these moments and putting it on this TikTok page.
That's the cheese challenge, y'all. That's where you throw cheese on the kid and it hits them and they go and they stop crying.
I cry.
It's pretty stupid. If I saw a video of my mom throwing cheese on me, man, you better believe I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Tag, you're it. No! I don't want to play that game. Kaylee!
Man, this is crazy.
Child, or giving them your undivided attention that might be needed in a situation, you instead are sitting on your ass filming it. That is the world, that is the era, that is the time that we are living in, where meltdowns equal money. And
Well, it's just clicks and views equal money, and that people are gonna do whatever they have available to do. You know what I mean?
embarrassing.
If they have a kid and they're like, "Oh, let's throw a piece of cheese on him," they're gonna do it.
Moments equals more engagement. As long as kids going viral online.
It's like that one dude we talked about the other day. Remember, he's like some weird YouTube guy that just like tries to like get people to. He just like talks crap to people, and then like he has security guards with him too. And when the people are like, "What the hell did you say to me?" Then he just like cowers behind these big security guard dudes. And he was like driving his car, texting and stuff, just to like so he would slide and smash into a barrier. And then he was using all that to try to get people to go to some girl's site. It's crazy as hell. Dude's go wreck his car, hurt his friend. His friend like broke his arm or something like that, just to send people to this girl's site.
Is still happening, combined with parents or family members being able to monetize off of these kids. As long as those things are still allowed to happen, we are going to continue to see the worst moments of somebody's childhood plastered all over social media. And that sucks to me personally. But nevertheless, I need to move on with my day. Thank y'all for going through the garbage with me. And yeah, we'll just keep it moving. The Liberate fan video is coming soon. And all of the other things. I think that's enough for today. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Okay, y'all, we're going to get back into some Sarah Boone action. Y'all, the suitcase lady, this is crazy as hell. They played some videos of her talking, well, basically fighting and talking with the boyfriend when it was in the suitcase beforehand. Y'all, this is crazy. And TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new. Tap the screen like crazy, y'all. But come over to YouTube if you want to watch these videos. That's where you can see them over on YouTube. So come on over, y'all. Come on over. Let's do this. The Mystery Project on YouTube too. I don't know if you could see it up there.
Next is a video starting with 3BB0C. Metadata shows date modified 12/29, 12:36 p.m. of 2019.
Yeah. So you remember this. So you remember this. Are you drunk right now? No, man. How much alcohol did you drink?
Oh, hell.
You're slurring your words. You're sleeping up against the door right now.
Yeah, that's up on being next to you.
Did I not tell you to not bother me?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is it you come up and do? What time is it right now? It's 1:20 a.m.
Okay. I haven't bothered you since then.
There, she sounds mad as hell.
I just go to sleep.
But didn't I tell you before at 9:30 to not bother me at all?
Yes.
Because why?
Yeah,
oh, hell.
Nope. Because I've been up since 4 a.m. since yesterday when you f***ed with me.
Yeah.
I know how much vodka was in that bottle. And what's the bottle now?
Y'all, it's Sarah Boone talking to her boyfriend, the one that she zipped in a suitcase and then he passed away.
Kind of to
Thank you for the bless yous.
throw it out.
What does that mean?
Oh God, I might have another one, y'all.
When we drink.
The bottle's empty. I know how much vodka was in there. Enough for 2 people to have a really good time.
What?
And who drank it?
Who needs to have vodka to have a really good time?
You what?
I can have a really good time without vodka. Maybe a little gin and tonic, though. You know what I'm saying?
I want it to be documented that I'm leaving you, which means that you're getting out. You're getting out. You're getting out.
Nobody's leaving nobody. Stop.
And the reason why you were even downstairs and weak enough to get drunk was because you don't give a shit about me. You don't listen to what I say. Special things that I keep on my front page of my phone so I remember to tell you about it because of how special and fun it is. I always bother you. I always bore you. You don't listen to me. Yesterday was my first day at work, remember? And I ended up 90% hearing about your day and 10% about mine.
You don't bother me or anything. So sometimes you just you overwhelm me. That's the problem. You overwhelm me.
By telling you about my first day at work?
No, dude, you just overwhelm me about every other thing too. It's not just, first day of work.
So I'm overwhelming you by telling you about the 4th highest paid baseball player. That's a client of ours.
I'm not starstruck.
Man, this just sounds like one of those relationships that just like why do either one of y'all do it?
I don't even know who the guy is.
I don't need.
So the reason why, so you fully admit now that you didn't care and you did brush me off in the car. Midway sentence. Because you're not into baseball.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying.
I want to go to sleep. Go downstairs.
Yeah. I know.
I'm leaving you. And I'm going to try and cancel plane tickets.
No.
Because I don't do special things for people like you that are doing it. It's like, to me, after I asked you at 1:21 in the morning,
I'm not doing it.
I wanted to be asleep. I wanted to stay asleep, which is why I got into bed at 8:30.
I know, I'm not doing it.
Man, this is crazy. What did he do?
I told you not to step foot in the bedroom. So what do?
He can't step foot in the bedroom? Is it y'all's bedroom or is it your bedroom or his bedroom? Whose bedroom is it? Didn't they live together?
Nonetheless, you're drunk. The amount of alcohol, I know how much was alcohol. I know how much was in there. That's why I could smell you in the bed before you actually got me up.
Whoa.
I can smell you from here. You're despicable.
How am I despicable? I'm not even doing anything.
Leave me alone.
Okay.
Whoa, Lord, the true jest. Thank you for the pumpkins. Y'all, we need to hit the damn penguins. We haven't hit penguins yet. Come on, y'all. Let's get them. TikTok mad as hell.
You're not going to remember. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not doing nothing right now.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Jason, thank you. He's not, I don't think he's really doing anything there. He was sitting down outside. Oh, he's getting up.
You do everything to me all the time.
Oh, he's not even in the room, y'all. He's outside. I thought he was sitting in the room. He's sitting outside in the hallway. She went out there just to do all that?
All the time.
No, y'all, this isn't in the. No, he's not in the suitcase right here. This is before it all happened.
Heartache and
Well, like, I don't. It's not the same day. I don't think. I think this was well before. This is in 2019. I think.
pain is what you caused me. Heartache and pain.
How's that?
Keep going. And I dare you. I dare you.
Oh hell, you said get away from me. He starts to go down the stairs, and then she goes over to him. I dare you. I dare you. You dare him to what? Oh hell. Oh hell. Salita, I'm new here. Welcome in. Y'all hit the follow button if you're new. Randa, thanks for the ghost. We hit the penguins. Thanks, y'all. See, TikTok, we got to tell them, we got to remind TikTok who's boss.
I dare you.
Y'all are. What are you daring him to do?
Little white and go to work tomorrow. Don't look at me. Don't come close to me. Don't touch me.
Damn, she mad as hell. Somebody woke her up. He woke her up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, hell. Randa, thank you, y'all. How fast can we hit those ghosts? But look, like, he's got his arms crossed. Like, he's standing there just like, he's like, he didn't know what the hell's happening.
Understand?
What do you mean?
As of this moment, and until I can get you out, get the here.
Oh, damn, he had enough there. Tried to grab the phone.
Get away from me. Get away
Oh, hell.
from me. Get away from me. I'm gonna scream bloody murder. I'm gonna scream bloody murder.
Yeah, a little bit.
I will scream bloody murder. Get away from me.
Dude, nobody's doing that.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Nobody's doing anything. And you're filming it.
Let me go.
Nobody's doing anything.
I'm asking you, George, to get away from me. Please get away from me. Get away from me.
Yeah, I am. That was your function, dude. Malfunction. No, your malfunction is you, dude.
Okay, whatever you say.
Damn.
Whatever you say.
Ray, this is Sarah Boone talking to the boyfriend that she ultimately zipped up in a suitcase, and then he passed away.
Holy shit, the whole hallway just reeks of you up here.
He was leaving, man. She is instigating the hell out of that man. He was halfway down the stairs. She came running over again. It smells bad in the hallway.
Now it's alcohol. Don't step foot in this bedroom. I can't even breathe. Like, it's disgusting. Like, it's disgusting.
Whoa. Why were they together?
Keep filming this. You're nice, Sarah. Love you.
That's alcohol, man.
I don't like you. I don't want to be with you.
Damn.
Next video starts 456. That's the only file that starts with that.
Oh, here's another one, y'all. By the way, YouTube, if you're watching, hit the thumbs up button for me real quick, would you?
Date modified.
Let's get 100 likes.
Metadata 12/29/2019, 4:04 p.m.
Elizabeth, this is Sarah Boone. This one right here.
And I'm not gonna have no Hindenburg situation, no Titanic situation, okay? So it's gonna be a good day. Yes, I'm missing my mustache right now. And later on, everything's gonna go off. Truth. Facts. Truth and facts. All of this is going to be missing later on.
Baby, thank
We'll
you.
take another video again later on when it happens. Love y'all, whoever watches this video.
No, that's not approved.
The FDA says it's approved.
What?
So it's gonna be a good day all day.
Yes, it is. Even when
All day.
I shave all of this
All
off.
day.
Yes. Even when I shave all of this off.
All day.
It's going to be an amazing day.
It's what time right now?
Shaboing
I
boing.
would say 9:30, 10 o'clock maybe.
Shaboing boing. That's what we're doing later on. Shaboing boing. You can stop filming now.
Not good enough.
It's gonna be a great day. Today's a great day to have a great day. Bro,
Oh hell.
cut.
KB, thank you. KB, thank
Somebody
you.
come in with the. Can somebody come in with the? Can you not?
Oh man, there's
Next
more.
file is image_093.mov. Metadata date modified 1/3/2020, 2:48 p.m.
It's 6:13 and I asked him not to play music. Because I told him that I was gonna go to
Oh hell. Oh, it's music. Cut the music out.
Next file is img_0975.mov. Metadata shows date modified January 19th, 2020, 2:58 p.m.
Tori, yeah, exactly.
time.
Sirens. 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 Sirens and sirens and sirens. And this cop car.
How about you get an umbrella and call me Camille underneath it?
Yeah, how about we forget about that? No, we won't.
I'll never be.
No. How about we keep going on? Okay, how about this?
I mean, this is like a glimpse into their relationship, and it's crazy.
When beautiful Lucas is here, we don't listen to none of that. I don't want to hear sirens. It's just beep, 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 all that, whatever. I want to listen to that. It's every single day. Beeping and we hear enough of it out here in reality.
Are you gonna be nice tonight?
Yes. Yes. I promise you. I used to just
Go for a walk.
by myself.
Yes.
What?
No.
Go for a
I'm
walk.
I'm just gonna chill out.
Hi, baby girl. What do you want to say? Go ahead, say it now. Oh no, she's supposed to knock the microphone over. Oh, she's trying to get on the YouTube mic. She's trying to get famous. Montreal's trying to get famous. Oh,
If that's the case, I'll just chill out. So much like this.
Don't ever be a woman.
How can I be a woman?
Don't
what?
ever.
I can't. But I can somewhat understand.
Don't ever.
I can somewhat understand. Somewhat understand.
Did he not work or something? Did he not have a job? Did he not have somewhere to go or something? Like, it almost seems, I mean, I have no idea. We're not these people, but to me, it seems like maybe this is her house and he moved in with her. And then she just was like, this is the way it is. And he was like, oh, hell, but I don't have anywhere else to go. So I guess I got to play along for a little bit. You know, maybe he's a musician. Because you know what they call musicians that don't have girlfriends? Homeless. Oh, man. But you know what I mean? That's kind of what I get from this vibe. Maybe not. I don't know. But TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. Hit the follow button if you're new here. Let's keep going.
Can someone understand, yes, where you're coming from? But when you have a child and it's like right now, this is too much. But we had a blast with them. Amazing.
Then you got out of sorts and pushed me, and you stole my phone and called Greg.
I got out of sorts. Why is it that I got out of sorts?
You pushed me.
I pushed you. I didn't push you. How do I get out of sorts all of a sudden? I don't want to hear it.
You drink too much and you're upset.
Drink too much.
Go get your fuck card shaped.
What are you talking about?
What?
Card paper. Don't hit women.
Have I hit you? No. So where are you going with this?
I'm turning this off.
Tell me whatever else that you have off. I don't get it. You can film me, take a picture of whatever you want.
You can tell you're automatically drunk.
I'm not doing.
Do I ever get a buzz? No, I don't.
I'm not doing anything to you.
No.
Do I ever get a what?
I never do.
I'm not doing anything to you, Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Sarita. I'm not doing anything to you.
Yet.
It's not a yet. I will not.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, that is crazy. Oh, hi, Montreal. Can y'all see she's climbing on my shoulder? That is crazy. All right, let's see. Last video, something about Casey Anthony. The name of this video literally says, my psycho ex-boyfriend is dating Casey Anthony. Oh, what the hell did y'all send me now?
This is a story about finding out
Of a man named Brady.
That your ex-boyfriend is now dating none other than the Casey Anthony.
Oh, hell. Hi, baby girl.
It's one of many stories I'll be telling on my channel about people who have strange connections to the top mom. This one is funny and grabbed my attention because it started all over TikTok. This nice young lady is named...
Oh, by the way, this is Down the Rabbit Hole Bedtime on YouTube. Make sure you go follow her, subscribe to her. She's pinned down in the description. Ow, Montreal, what the hell was that? Why are you scratching me? Why are you scratching me? All right, let's go.
Kim. And in October of this year, 2022, she posted a video to her TikTok account.
2022? That's 2 years old.
Which was typically about being a mom and having a young child. And in the video, she posted a picture of her ex-boyfriend with Casey Anthony.
The simple TikTok that started it all. Oh, Lord, here we go.
How is the best case scenario Joe Biden?
Her TikTok account.
What the hell song was that?
Blew up to millions of subscribers and likes pretty much overnight. Because people wanted to know more about this story, and Kim went on to share the tea. Through a series of messages combined with Kim's TikTok accounts, here's a summary of what happened regarding Kim and her quote-unquote psycho ex-boyfriend.
Let's hear it. Cuttlebug, thank you. Good to see you too. Long time no see. What?
Kim's ex-boyfriend is named Joe. I'll protect his last name for now, but he's all over Facebook and I've checked him out. Basically, when Kim was like 14 to 16 years old, she started dating Joe. He was a little bit older, in the like 17 to 19-year-old age range during.
What the hell? Man, that sounds crazy as hell. 17 to 19 means he could have been 19 when she was 14?
Bruh. In that time. Kim provides some stories and information on what happened to her with Joe, but eventually when they parted, she started telling everyone that she thought Joe was really a psychopath. She lists several reasons why she became completely disturbed by his behavior. It seems like he was dishonest and even created his own crazy narrative about his life that wasn't true. Does that remind you of someone? Kim moved on, dated other people, now has a family and a child. But pretty recently, another friend of hers ended up sending her a message through social media saying, hey, do you remember Joe? Do you know that he's dating Casey Anthony and he's flaunting it all over his social media? She lets us see it here. It says in part, and Joe told me that they had met one time, they took a picture together, and then Joe found out she was a murderer, and so he stopped talking to her. Clearly that wasn't the case. He obviously had a full-blown relationship with her, and it was so disgusting. So the friend is telling her, like, she sees all these pictures on Facebook of them over and over again. And she says, I can't believe he actually dated her. And the friend says, yes, girl, it's so messed up, and sends all these pictures. The friend sent Kim.
If you really don't like your ex, wouldn't you want them to date someone that's done that? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe you wouldn't want it, but you know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't be something where you're like, oh, man, you know what I mean? It'd be like if you really disliked your ex and then they started doing like deep sea fishing. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of like, oh man, they're going out into these dangerous they're gonna be in these dangerous situations. And I saw A Perfect Storm. I see what kind of crazy ass stuff can happen when they try to just go out a little bit too far. Oh man, I wish they wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Let's keep going.
Messages and
But you know what I mean, though, right?
Pictures of Joe with Casey Anthony, which are apparently all over his Facebook. According to the friend, Joe thinks it's amazing. He loves to talk about it and tell everyone he's with Casey. Kim obviously thinks this is crazy and gross, but also she feels like it really backs up her initial claims that she always made about her ex Joe being completely effed up. Okay, let's listen to the story straight from Kim's mouth.
Kristen, really? Oh, wow. Wendy, thank you. Yo, let's hit that ghost.
And I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing.
That scared the hell out of me.
Is always right.
But I'm first.
That was absolutely terrifying. I don't know what happened there.
Just going to start off by saying that this is extremely nerve-wracking for me. I really had no genuine idea that this was going to go viral. I know everybody says that when their stuff goes viral, they try to make it seem like it was an accident or whatever, but like, it's trauma, okay? Like, I made a TikTok about how he used to tell me how I had to do my hair and how he literally told me that after I showed up at his house with black hair after having bleached blonde hair, that if I didn't dye it blonde by Monday, he was going to shave all my hair off. Okay? And like, excuse me, but like, would that not alarm you? You know, I went through 3 years of enduring everything with him in my life. It was not good. It was
3 years.
Was not easy, and it was certainly not something that I ever thought that I would end up in. I grew up
Wendy, thank you. Thank you.
Extremely poor and neglected, and I had been assaulted several times in my childhood. I did not have a sound, safe home. I did not have people who poured love into me and told me that I was a worthy human being. So when I met him, and when he showered me with kindness and love and all of these things and attention, I obviously fell for it, okay? Like, you can't blame a 14-year-old girl for thinking she met the man of her dreams. Like, you can't victim blame me and tell me that I should have known. How the heck, whatever, so this doesn't get removed, how the heck am I supposed to know? You don't know these things until you know. And there are still people who have known him ever since this that truly believe he was innocent and that I'm just someone who's crazy and obsessed with him. Okay? I'm not obsessed with him. I'm afraid he's dangerous and people need to know who he is because he has not and will not stop. He's not somebody who feels any remorse or cares about what people think about him.
Oh, hell. I don't know. She said, I'm not obsessed with him, but I'm making all these TikToks about him. Again, if your ex is dating an unaliver, I mean, you kind of be at that point where you're like, well, okay. Well, let the chips fall where they may. I don't know. I don't know these people. I have no idea.
He is very insecure and he is a coward, but he is still crazy. He is still dangerous. And that fear and insecurity he has is what drives him to be even worse. He lashes out when he's scared and the very first story he ever told to me. So when I met him, he actually had Facebook messaged me. And he just told me I was pretty and whatever. Like, it wasn't even like anything.
Oh, hell, not the Facebook message.
And we hung out for the first time, and he told me this story about how he played football. He was literally captain of the football team. He was like this weightlifter guy. Everybody thought he was just...
Yeah, none of that's real. The first contact he had with you was Facebook Messenger. Nothing he's telling you is real.
It.
Even at 14, when I had AOL Instant Messenger, nothing was real.
No.
ASL, man, I never said the right thing.
And there's some people...
I was like 31, male, Manhattan or some... You know what I mean?
People that definitely thought there was something off about him, but those kind of people, like, no one really paid attention to or worried about or cared about at the time. Like, nobody thought anything of any of it. So he's telling me this story about how he's in the locker room and the guys are asking, like, well, who do you think is the most overlooked girl in the school?
She's married and has kids?
You what?
Oh, hell. Can you imagine that husband? He's like, hey, babe, can you stop talking about your ex? I'm ready to go to bed. Like, can you stop making TikToks about your ex, please? This is getting ridiculous. Can you imagine that conversation? Oh, hell.
And this is just the story he told me. Do I know the truth or what actually happened in the locker room? Obviously not. But he told me that he said me and everyone made fun of him and stuff. And he told me this story, which what I now come to understand was likely a manipulation tactic to make him seem like he saw me over all the other girls in the school and thought I was special, when really, when he heard that, he realized I was vulnerable. There was no competition. There's no other guys that like me, no other guys that think I'm even remotely attractive or special or anything. So he knew that I would be an easy target at that time, at least enough for him to try to start pursuing me. Like I said in part 1, like, I was swooned by him. I had no idea. He was really nice to me in the beginning of our relationship. And he was really sneaky with how he started to abuse me. He started out just by like always wondering where I was. He used to make me take pictures of myself and write his name or something that he asked me to, because after a while he said his name wasn't the same because I could have just taken the picture in advance. So he used to be like, draw a star on your thumb and then take a picture. Like he just would make me do these wild things to prove where I was. Like he would make me text him every second of class. I had my phone taken away constantly because he was always making me text him all day. He'd meet me.
What? Who is this girl? Apparently her ex that she's not obsessed with is was dating Casey Anthony, or is dating Casey Anthony. I don't know how old this is. But she's saying that she's not obsessed with him, but she's talking about all this stuff that she made him do. And I guess she thought it was weird that he was dating Casey Anthony. She was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he would do that." But that's kind of it. That's all I know right now. Let's keep going.
At every classroom when I was leaving, walk me to my locker, and then he'd walk me to my classes, and he'd always be like, and remember, no boys and stuff like this. Like he always made me feel like there's something that I'm doing that he has to watch to make sure I'm doing something right. And you know, at first I thought it was cute that he wanted to text me all day and blah blah blah.
Oh hell. Okay, there's the problem. I see what it is now. Oh no. Y'all, it's getting crazy as hell. Here we go. Oh, at first I thought it was cute. He wanted to text me all day. And then I stopped liking him. And then it got weird. He was texting me all day. And then I stopped. I didn't want him to do anything anymore.
It took a while, like a solid year, almost 2 years, for me to fully grasp what I was in the middle of. One of the most messed up things about him was he had these like abandoned houses that his dad would buy at auction and then would fix up. And he started showing me these houses like after school instead of just going to his house, which I was always so relieved because like when I went to his house, obviously really bad things happened to me. So it was really nice to go somewhere else, you know? And of course, like at first he just like showed me the places. He never did anything, made it weird or anything like that. We just were there. And then like it was just one day. We just picked a day and he just started doing really messed up things to me where like I'm being assaulted over a half done bathroom with like no bathtub and like this random like old like just on carpet padding that has sawdust and wood chips in it. And it's like, sure, I could yell or scream and then what? He's gonna take me to the house and like off me, because he definitely had plans to do those things many times, and he just knew too many people would know if I was missing or
wait, what?
Did something. Like he
Are they saying that because they were well, yeah, they were teenagers sneaking into houses to like
straight up told me when I was with him in high school, one day he looked me straight in the face and said,
see, Mom, I guess so.
The only reason that I haven't unalived you yet was because just too many people would know. And he said it's not worth it when he can just go find somebody else. And I was like, okay. What do you say to that?
This relationship is over. Goodbye. Get out of my life. Block. Move on.
I just sat there in the car and I just sat there and I listened to him tell me this. Like I was in the passenger seat of his white Cadillac. Yep. And so anyway.
Well, she said that she grew up broke and not in like a good house. But now she's talking about how his dad buys houses. He had a Cadillac. So did you think... I don't know what's happening here. But let's continue on. Yeah, Cheyenne, something seems off. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at. Something's just a little weird here.
There are way too many stories, way too many instances. Like, there's just too much to be able to explain everything that is him and everything that he has done. But, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, just what I went through with him is a lot. But I'm not the only one. There's so many, and, like, that's a hard thing to grasp. You know, like, it's one thing to watch true crime things and see things, but it's a completely other thing. It's terrifying to just, like, truly absorb everything, like, all of it. You know, people have said, like, how are you taking this information? Like, I am completely just unreactive because, like, I've been through so much trauma in my life that when really serious things happen, I feel, I feel nothing.
What?
And
She's like, I'm completely unreactive, although I made a 4-part reaction video.
And I just...
Okay, so
5-part, never
Kim's
mind.
story is really hard to hear, and it's sad what she went through with this guy, Joe. It's crazy to think that years later she had to find out that he's now dating Casey Anthony. I hope you'll check out her TikTok if you want to go further down the rabbit hole, because there's so much information on there in the comments. She talks back and forth with many people living down in Florida who know Joe and know Casey Anthony, and they're going on and on.
Oh, hell, it's in Florida.
About the relationship between Joe and Casey. I'm going to give you some simple
thank you.
information about what's going on with this guy, Joe. Casey Anthony's new boyfriend is named Joseph Andrew V. I'm not going to tell you his last name. He lives in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. He used to live in Michigan. He thinks she's innocent, and he wants to help her write her book eventually. He brags a lot about meeting her because he thinks she's like a celebrity.
Oh, hell, she's infamous, not famous.
Is a medical exams tutor, allegedly. He has a set of video courses called Man of Heal. He is into weightlifting and bodybuilding, and he says that he met Casey Anthony in the gym. He cheated on his wife or girlfriend, it's unclear based upon his Facebook, with Casey. His father, Michael, was a psychologist and is in prison for providing drugs to his patients in exchange for certain types of favors. Of course, this is exactly the kind of person that we would expect to wind up with Casey Anthony. It's sad, of course, but it's so crazy and interesting to see this unfolding right before our eyes. All right, guys, I'm keeping my eye on this Joe guy, but my next video is going to be all about a former boyfriend or hookup buddy of Casey Anthony, who is a Palm Beach City police officer.
Oh, no. Man, they're going through the Casey Anthony Rolodex. This is crazy as hell. I don't know what to think about that one. That is crazy as hell. I mean, you're 14 years old. I didn't make the best decisions when I was 14. But you live and learn. Just is what it is, I guess. Oh my God, I'm too tired to think right now. Y'all, I was gonna come up with something witty, but I'm just too tired. So YouTube, I'm gonna end this. Just gonna redirect you over. Go watch some of the ghost hunting stuff. It's almost Halloween. You guys go watch some of the ghost hunting videos. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And